Murdered in cold blood, and almost 14 years on, Michael Griffey's killer is still on the loose. Some of Michael's family were initially suspects, including his wife, who reportedly pocketed $1.5 million in life insurance payments after his death. She wasn't keen to chat with us.
This is a very strange family affair.
This isn't fair. They should be out looking who murdered their dad. They're not. They don't care.
Did you want to tell me how you didn't notice that he was dead for 4 days?
Is this woman harbouring a deep, dark secret?
After all these years, you have nothing to say?
Michael gave him the world and they just spat in his face.
Covered with a tarp and a bedsheet, his body lay undiscovered while estranged wife Diane Griffey hosted a New Year's Eve party at the property.
This is a story as sensational as it is strange. You've got a wife charged with murder, a daughter who says she did it, and a son who denies it was him. Tonight we investigate who killed this doting dad and why.
Diane, did you get $1.5 million following his death? Do you think that that's motive?
Everything Michael Griffey's family wanted, they got. They lived here in Melbourne's leafy southeast in a big property complete with pool and tennis court. He and wife Diane ran a successful transport company and they owned race cars. From the outside, their life appeared picture perfect, but behind closed doors, it was another story.
Michael was a very generous person, loving person, loved his family, and he loved me.
Katrina was always close to her brother Michael. The pair would chat on the phone every few days. So when he didn't return a call around Christmas time 13 years ago, she was worried.
The radio was on and they said that someone had been murdered in a Pakenham home, and I just squinched. I was sick.
45-year-old Michael had been bludgeoned to death in his own garage. His body was discovered by wife Diane and daughter Cassandra up to 4 days after he was murdered. Missing was his wallet, phone, 2 pages from his diary and cash from a safe. The murder weapon was never found.
Michael lay dead in a hot garage while they were having a party, a New Year's Eve party. I can't even explain to you. I have cried, I've had so many tears about this.
The search for Michael's killer has always centred on the Griffey household. First they arrested the couple's son, Kenny, but he was released without charge. Then police charged Diane. They had a strong motive. The couple's company was drowning in debt, and Michael's reported $1.5 million life insurance policy was the perfect bailout. Diane pleaded not guilty. Then, in a shock twist, the couple's daughter Cassandra confessed to her father's killing, but police didn't buy it.
The veracity of that confession was in serious doubt.
Former homicide detective Charlie Bazina.
We know that people make false claims and false reports to the police. In this particular case, it's a family unit. Is it in a public interest that the police charged a daughter? She's going through obviously some emotion. She's lost her father. Her mother's been charged with murder, and for whatever reason, she's made this confession.
Then prosecutors withdrew the charge due to lack of evidence. Katrina was gutted.
I just wished he was here. He shouldn't be dead. He should not be dead.
We're doing a story on Michael's death. We just wanted to ask you if you knew anything about his murder. Diane?
To this day, Diane remains tight-lipped.
Michael's sister is absolutely devastated by this. Do you have any answers?
In court, it was revealed that Diane told police her husband was covered in a black and white sheet, which was under a tarp, which police believe only the killer could have known.
You were charged with his murder. It's not something that the police do lightly.
The couple's son Kenny broke his silence last year, telling a newspaper he wasn't responsible for his dad's death. Kenny claimed a metal tool was missing from this garage after his father's death, and that his sister Cassandra had given police a pair of pants she was wearing at the time of the murder that were covered in blood, but she'd bleached them. Michael was estranged from his wife and had relationships with several women. He'd been dating Gillian Gould for 5 years, and she told a newspaper Michael was writing a new will and planning to divorce his wife.
Look, certainly on the face of it, it looks suspicious that she's going to benefit from the will. They're estranged at the time, but that's not enough in itself. You need cold, hard facts to be able to show to a jury that this person is guilty of the offence, and that's what's lacking.
It's been almost 14 years now. How does that make you feel?
I just want to be happy. But how can you be happy in some... I put a big smiley face on, deep down inside, my heart's broken.
A current affair is not suggesting that Diane, Cassandra or Kenny are guilty, just that they were a focus of the police investigation at one point in time.
Someone out there knows something. It's always the case because human nature, people will talk. And it may not well be the wife. It might well be someone who's not associated with the family at all.
Get off your mower and talk to us, Diane. Come on. Don't you want justice for Michael?
I just wish that they please come forward and just let Michael rest and let me have peace of mind.
Police continue to appeal for information about Michael Griffey's murder. If you have any information that may help, please contact Crime Stoppers